Good morning all. Someone please let me know whether I am clearly audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you, Harish. Let's wait a minute. So in today's session, we'll start the unit number 3. Unit number 3 is second law of thermodynamics. So let me share my screen with you. Someone please let me know whether screen is visible to you. Presentation screen is visible.
Yes, sir, visible है.
Thank you. Proceeding to unit number 3, let's revise the unit number 2nd. Okay. So we started unit number 2nd with statement of first law of thermodynamics. So someone please tell me what is the statement of first law of thermodynamics? So tell me the statement of first law of thermodynamics. What is first law of thermodynamics?
Energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted into one form into the another form.
Basically, it is law of conservation of energy. It is correct. It is law of conservation of energy, and from this law of conservation of energy, first law of thermodynamics is invented. Because thermodynamics deal with transfer of heat into work. So heat and work are interrelated or correlated with each other by using first law of thermodynamics. So according to first law of thermodynamics, heat transfer is equal to sum of change in internal energy plus work interaction. This is the first law of thermodynamics applicable to any system undergoing change in state. Okay, and if the system is executing thermodynamics work interaction. This is the first law of thermodynamics. Then we study steady flow devices. There are different steady flow devices. Okay, and steady flow devices means the mass flow rate is constant as well as energy flow rate is constant. Okay, then we studied application of first law of thermodynamics to the various types of system. Okay, again please let me know what do you mean by system. What is system?
The thermodynamic consideration. The part of universe which are under thermodynamic consideration.
Correct, perfect, very good, very good. Okay, so part of a fixed region in space or a matter under study is nothing but a system. So there are three types of system. So what are the different types of system?
Open, closed, and isolated.
Perfect, very good. So there are three types of system: open system, closed system, and isolated system. Open system is also called as control volume system. Closed system is called as the control mass system, and third one is the isolated system. In open system, mass as well as energy crosses the boundary of the system. Okay, that type of systems are called as the open system. Closed system, there is no mass transfer, but energy transfer will take place between system and surrounding through boundary. So that type of systems are the closed system. And the isolated system means there is no mass, there is neither mass nor energy transfer between system and surrounding. So example of isolated system is thermos that we use. Yes, correct. Okay. So now let's proceed to the second unit. Unit number 3. The title of unit number 3 is second law of thermodynamics. Okay. So these are the contents of unit number 2nd. Okay. Limitation. So first we are going to study limitation of first law of thermodynamics. Okay. So there are certain limitations of first law of thermodynamics. That's why second law is invented. Then we are going to study the concept of cyclic heat engine, refrigerator and heat pump. Okay, and then we are going to study the different statement of second law of thermodynamics. Okay, so these statements are invented by Kelvin and Planck. So Kelvin Planck statement and Clausius statement. Again later on we are going to study the equivalence of Kelvin Planck and Clausius statement. At first sight both statement looks different, but if we analyze both the statement thermodynamically, we'll come to know that both statements are equivalent. Okay, so we are going to prove this equivalence in this topic. Then important topic is the reversibility and irreversibility. So we are going to discuss here what do you mean by reversibility and what is irreversibility. Later on Carnot cycle, Carnot theorem, and the last topic absolute thermodynamic temperature scale. Okay, and on the basis of the theory, the theoretical contents, we are going to solve some numerical on second law of thermodynamics. Okay, so before proceeding, let me share the Droid cap with you. Please wait for a minute. Before beginning this second law of thermodynamics, first topic, that is limitation of first law of thermodynamics, please tell me whether you were able to solve any numerical on first law of thermodynamics. Please let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whether screen is visible?
Oh, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let's take a challenge. So I have given one numerical here on a page. So this numerical is again based on steady flow device. So as a challenge, try to solve this numerical. This numerical is based on steady flow energy equation. So almost we solved 10 numerical on steady flow devices. That is first law of thermodynamics. Okay, and if you understood the logic for solving the numericals on first law of thermodynamics, I am confident that you will also able to solve this numerical. So let's ठीक आहे, प्रयत्न करा सॉल्व करायचा. Okay, so let's solve this numerical jointly. So someone please let me know what are the given things in this numerical. Okay, so before mentioning the given data, let's make a rough sketch of a device. So device is centrifugal pump here, so steady flow device. Okay, and read the sentences carefully. A centrifugal pump delivers 2800 kilojoule per minute of water by increasing pressure from 0.9 bar to 3 bar. Okay, a centrifugal pump is used to deliver a water, and the amount of water delivered is, so according to this, mass of water is given. So the amount of water delivered or mass of water delivered is 2800 kg per minute, and in kg per second it will be 2800 divided with 60 kg per second. So mass of water, and centrifugal pump is a steady flow device. So mass of water entering the pump is equal to mass of water leaving the pump. Okay, so 2800 divided by 60. So it will be कितना आएगा? Someone please tell me. 2800 divided with 60.
46.66.
46.66. Okay, kg per second. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is the mass flow rate. Okay, then the next given thing is pressure. So pressure is increasing. So initial pressure, let's say P1 is the initial pressure. So it is given as 0.9 bar, and this pressure is increasing. So let's say P2 is the outlet pressure or exit pressure, and it is increasing up to 3 bar. Okay, so according to the first sentence, we get the name of device. So device is the centrifugal pump. It is delivering 2800 kg per minute of water. So we converted that into kg per second. Okay, then pressure is increasing from 0.9 bar to 3 bar. Okay, so let's say initial pressure is P1. So initial pressure is 0.9 bar, and outlet pressure or exit pressure is 3 bar. Now come to the next sentence. The suction is 3 meter below. Okay, so again pump is having, the water is delivered through pump by using a pipe. Okay, so let's say there is a suction pipe, okay, or inlet pipe. Okay, inlet pipe of a pump is called as the suction, and the outlet pipe is called as the discharge. So let's say this is a discharge. Point number 2. Inlet generally we denote with 1, exit or outlet with 2. Okay, and this outlet pipe is called as the delivery pipe. Okay, and let's say this is the center of the pump. Okay, now read this sentence carefully. The suction is 3 meter below and delivery is 6 meter above the center of the pump. Okay, so suppose this is the center of the pump, and according to this, so this is the suction. So this suction is below. Okay, so the suction is below the center line, and this distance is 3 meter. Correct? And again delivery. So this is the delivery pipe, and this delivery pipe is 6 meter above the center of the pump. Okay, okay, now let's come to now what is the meaning of this sentence? The suction is 3 meter below and delivery is 6 meter above the center of the pump. What is the meaning of this sentence? Means the elevations are given. Let's say this is the ground level. Okay, so again we know this is the inlet. So let's say this inlet is at an elevation of Z1 from the ground. Okay, and this is the outlet, and let's say this outlet or delivery pipe is at an elevation of Z2 from the ground. Correct? Elevation we generally take from the reference surface, and let's say this is a reference surface or a ground surface. Okay, bottom level of the water, let's say that is a reference surface. So suction pipe is at a elevation of Z1 from the ground, and outlet or discharge pipe is at a elevation of Z2 from the ground. Okay, so we are interested to know Z2 minus Z1. So what will be the Z2 minus Z1? Someone please tell me what will be the Z2 minus Z1 by observing the diagram and reading the sentence given in the numerical. Okay.
3 meters.
9.
Think carefully and then answer. So this is Z2. This total distance is Z2. This is Z1.
9 meters.
9 meter. Correct. Perfect. Very good. 9 meter is the correct. Z2 minus Z1 is 9 meter. Okay. Why I have drawn this diagram? I have drawn this diagram so that you will able to understand the meaning of this sentence. The suction is 3 meter below and delivery is 9 meter above the center of the pump. So we have taken the center of the pump, and then we mention the given elevations according to the sentence. So according to sentence, this delivery is 6 meter above the center of the pump, and this suction is 3 meter below the center of the pump. So 6 meter and 3 meters. If we add this, so this will be the, if we add this, so this will be the distance of center, or this will be the distance of suction from the discharge. Okay, and this distance will be 9 meter. If you add 6 and 3, so this total distance is 9 meter. So we can say suction and discharge, they are apart from each other by 9 meters. Okay, and this Z2 minus Z1 is nothing but a distance between suction and discharge, or distance between inlet and outlet. Okay, so this distance is given as 9 meter. Understood? Clear है?
Yes, sir.
अगर ये कंसेप्ट आपको ध्यान में आता है, इफ यू able to interpret the meaning of this sentence, then you can solve any numerical on steady flow device or any numerical on first law of thermodynamics, if this part is clear to you. ठीक है, थोड़ा ट्रिकी सेंटेंस है, टिपिकल न्यूमेरिकल है. ठीक है, इसमें अगर आपको ये लॉजिक ध्यान में आ जाता है, व्हाट इज द गिवन थिंग्स, then you can solve any numerical on first law of thermodynamics. I am fully convinced you will able to solve any numerical on first law of thermodynamics. It may be from university question paper or it may be from the competitive exam question paper. Clear hai? Okay, so let's come to the next sentence. Find the capacity of the electrical motor connected to the pump. So what we have to calculate here? What we have to calculate? We have to calculate the power output or power input to the pump, because we know pump is a power consuming device. So we have to calculate the power input to pump. So how much power is required to operate the pump, that we have to calculate. Okay, and again additional data is given. So the diameter of suction and delivery pipes are 18 centimeter and 12 centimeter respectively. Okay, so let's say diameter of suction pipe is small d1. So it is given as 18 centimeter. Convert it into meter. So it will be 0.18 meter. discharge pipe, diameter of discharge pipe. Let's assume D2 is the diameter of the discharge pipe and it is given as 12 centimeter. Okay, the diameters of suction and delivery pipe 18 centimeter and 12 centimeter. So 12 centimeter means 0.12 meter. Okay. Now tell me how to solve this numerical. Okay. So the general steady flow energy equation. What is general steady flow energy equation? Q minus W is equal to delta H plus delta K plus delta E. Now tell me the type of energies that are associated with the centrifugal pump here. बता सकते हो कौन कौन से एनर्जी हमको कंसीडर करने पड़ेंगे इन दिस न्यूमेरिकल?
From section 1.
From section? Yes, please.
Section 1.
Please try to understand what I want to know from you. I want to know the type of energies that we are going to consider in the steady flow energy equation and the type of energy that we are going to neglect. So this is the general form of steady flow energy equation. ठीक है, हमने इसको पर न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व किए, almost 10 न्यूमेरिकल we solved. So we calculated the different form of energies and at the end we put the values of energy in the general steady flow energy equation, and at the same time also we assume certain energy as zero. Okay, so from that point of view I want to know from you which type of energy we are going to, or which type of energy it is possible to calculate in this equation. कौन कौन से एनर्जी हम कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं? पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, करेक्ट, वेरी गुड. सो वी कैन कैलकुलेट चेंज इन पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, करेक्ट है. पोटेंशियल एनर्जी क्या होता है? G इंटू Z2 माइनस Z1. वेरी गुड, परफेक्ट. So G is 9.81. Here we divided with 1000 because elevations are in meter. Okay, so 9.81 divided with 1000 into Z2 minus Z1 is directly given 9 meters. So tell me change in potential energy. तो यहाँ पे हमको potential energy we need to consider potential energy here, change in potential energy. इसके पहले न्यूमेरिकल जो थे उस न्यूमेरिकल में एलिवेशन कुछ भी मेंशन किया हुआ नहीं था. दैट्स व्हाई almost in every numerical we assume change in potential energy as zero, but here we have to consider the change in potential energy. It is significant. So tell me the answer here, change in potential energy.
0.0898.
0.0898 kilojoule per kg. Okay, then second work we have to calculate power input, calculate करना है. और पावर इनपुट कैलकुलेट करना है मतलब हमको वर्क इंटरेक्शन कंसिडर करना पड़ेगा. ओके, सो देयर विल बी चेंज इन पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, देयर विल बी वर्क. व्हाट अबाउट अमाउंट ऑफ हीट ट्रांसफर? as temperatures are not mentioned and we are going to assume this pump is insulated, so the amount of heat transfer will be 0. ठीक है, Q 0 हो जाएगा. as the change in temperature or temperatures are not given, so again delta H will be 0. Okay, Now what about change in kinetic energy? What about change in kinetic energy? Whether we have to consider the change in kinetic energy or we have to neglect the change in kinetic energy. Please let me know.
Sir, consider करावं लागेल sir.
Consider करावं लागेल. Very good. Why? Why we have to consider change in kinetic energy and how, but velocities are not given, so how to calculate change in
Diameters दिलेले आहेत ना sir.
diameters दिलेले आहेत. Perfect. Diameters दिलेले आहेत, त्याच्यावरनं velocity कसं फाइंड करणार? How to find velocity? Perfect एकदम. Okay. So we know the continuity equation. A1 C1 upon V1, that is equal to A2 C2 upon V2. Okay. Or we can write M1 is equal to A1 C1, and instead of V1 we can write density. Correct है? Rho 1. And the mass flow rate is given 46.66 kg per second. Okay, so 46.66 Okay, please let me know whether my voice is clear. So let's continue. So area where? So here A1 is the area of the suction pipe. So it will be pi by 4 D1 square. So value of D1 is given. So what is the value of D1?
0.18 meter.
Someone please let me know. Let me know whether
Sir, your voice is not audible.
now please confirm. Whether I am audible?
Yes, it's audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So let's continue. Someone please let me know the value of D1. So 0.
Eighteen.
Okay, 0.18. So 18 centimeter is the diameter of suction pipe. So while doing the calculation, we need to convert that centimeter into meter. So it will be 0.18 meter. Okay, so D1 square into C1 is unknown. And again tell me the value of density of water. Here 1 by V is nothing but a density. We studied in fundamental. Reciprocal of specific volume is called as the density. And the density of water is
1000.
1000 kg per meter cube. Correct. Okay. You can cross check whether the equation is correct or not. So you can write density is kg per meter cube. Here velocity is meter per second. Mass flow rate we converted into kg per second. Okay. So meter per second. Here diameter is in meter. It's square. So meter square into meter per second. So it will be meter cube. This total term will be in meter cube per second. Area into velocity. So this meter cube get cancelled. So unit of both sides is kg per second. Okay, so the equation is correct. Okay, so complete the calculation and calculate C1. So 46.66 into 4. Okay, divided with pi means 3.14 into 0.18 into 0.18 into 1000. So tell me the value of C1. So let me know the value of C1. Similarly, you can calculate the value of C2, 46.66 divided by pi by 4 into D2 square. So D2 is 0.12 into 0.12 into C2 into 1000. So C2 is equal to. So do the calculations and tell me the value of C1 and C2. And once we know C1 and C2, we can calculate change in kinetic energy. So that will be C2 square, C1 square divided by 2000. C1 कितना आ रहा है? (46.66) into 4 divided by 3.14 into 0.18 into 0.18 into 1000. So C1 is equal to
1.834.
1.834. Others please confirm. And similarly calculate the C2, that is velocity of water leaving the delivery pipe, or the velocity of water delivered by the pump.
C2 is 4.12.
4.12.
127.
127. Others, please confirm. Check the calculations. Okay, and confirm the value of C1 and C2. Okay, so use this value to calculate the change in kinetic energy. So 4.127 square minus 1.834 square divided by 2000. So calculate change in kinetic energy. Okay, so we get change in kinetic energy in kilojoule per kg. Okay, so now use the steady flow energy equation. So Q is 0, so minus the delta K, this value, plus delta P that we calculated previously, 0.0898 kilojoule per kg. So tell me change in kinetic energy. Once we calculated the exit velocity, we calculated inlet velocity, we can calculate change in kinetic energy, C2 square minus C1 square upon 2000, or that is equal to 4.127 square minus 1.834 square divided by 2000. So tell me change in kinetic energy. कितना आ रहा है change in kinetic energy?
प्लीज ड्रॉइड कैम ओपन कराना.
Okay. So change in kinetic energy.
So 0.0136.
0.0136.
36.
0.0136.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so put here 0.0136. So W is equal to minus sign indicates work is given or work is supplied 0. कितना आएगा 0.1
0.10
10
34
1034 kilojoule per kg. Okay, but we require a power is always in kilojoule per second, so power is equal to 0.1034 into mass flow rate. So here we calculated work in kilojoule per kg. Mass is 46.66 kg per second. Okay, so kg get cancelled. Finally, you will get power required to operate the electrical motor in kilowatt.
4.8280.
4.82.
8280.
Okay, so power required to drive the power required electrical power required or power consumed by the electrical motor of the centrifugal pump is 4.82 kilowatt or 4.82 kilojoule per second. So this much power is required to deliver 2800 kg per minute of water through elevation of 9 meter. Okay, so this is a challenging numerical. And always remember a thumb rule. Whenever a data is given, in some numerical additional data is given, and in some numericals data is given for the fundamental terms, and from that fundamental terms data we have to calculate the properties. Okay, so here diameters are given, suction pipe and delivery pipe diameters are given. So by using that suction pipe and delivery pipe diameter, and by using the continuity equation, it is possible to calculate the inlet velocity and outlet velocity. Okay, so we calculated velocity here, and once we calculated velocities, we can calculate the change in kinetic energy. Okay, so again be ready for such kind of numericals in first law of thermodynamics. Okay, so again come back to the presentation part. Okay, so limitations of first law of thermodynamics. So first limitation of first law of thermodynamics is it does not specify the direction of heat flow. Okay, so first law only correlate heat with the work. That is, if a system is executing a thermodynamic cycle, then summation of heat is equal to summation of work. Okay, so it only speak about the conversion of heat into work and work into heat, but it does not specify the direction of heat. Okay, and the example of this limitation is the hot cup of tea kept in an open atmosphere. So we observe this phenomenon in day-to-day life. Okay, so if we kept a hot cup of tea in a room, okay, after some time interval, what happens? क्या होता है?
टी gone cool.
ओके, करेक्ट, परफेक्ट. ओके, चाय ठंडा हो जाएगा. ओके, so the temperature of that tea will reduce, and after some time interval, maybe the temperature of tea is equal to the temperature of the room. Okay, so heat is flowing from tea to the surrounding. Correct? Surrounding is at room temperature. Okay, and the tea is at high temperature, so heat will flow from tea to the surrounding. So this is the common observation or common phenomenon that takes place in a day-to-day life. But according to first law of thermodynamics, if within a time of 5 minutes that tea get colder or that tea will come to the room temperature, again if we keep that tea again into the atmosphere for 5 minutes, it will not regain its initial temperature. ठीक है, चाय का टेम्परेचर अगर सपोज हमने चाय बनाया तब उसका टेम्परेचर होगा 70-80 डिग्री सेल्सियस, एंड रूम टेम्परेचर इज 30 डिग्री सेल्सियस. ठीक है, 5 मिनट के लिए हमने चाय ऐसे ही रूम में छोड़ दिया, तो टी का टेम्परेचर हो जाएगा रूम टेम्परेचर, दैट इज 30 डिग्री सेल्सियस. एंड अगेन इफ वी केप्ट सेम कप ऑफ टी इन अ एटमॉस्फेयर फॉर 5 मिनट्स, according to first law of thermodynamics, that tea should regain its temperature of 70 to 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस. फिर से चाय का टेम्परेचर उतना हो जाना चाहिए था जितना चाय बनाने के बाद हमने कप में पोर करने के टाइम पे जितना टेम्परेचर था उतना होना चाहिए था अकॉर्डिंग टू फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनामिक्स, बट दैट डज नॉट हैपन्स. दैट्स व्हाई द फर्स्ट लिमिटेशन ऑफ फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनामिक्स, इट डज नॉट स्पेसिफाई डायरेक्शन ऑफ हीट फ्लो. देन सेकेंड लिमिटेशन इज heat and work are mutually convertible according to first law of thermodynamics. Heat is converted into work and work is converted into heat but actual practice it is not possible to convert all heat into work. अगर ऐसा होता था तो जितने भी इंजिन्स हम यूज कर रहे हैं they will have a efficiency of 100%. Heat is the input to all type of internal combustion engine and work is the output. So input is equal to output means the efficiency is 100%, but there is no engine in the universe which is having a 100% efficiency. So again, this is a limitation of first law of thermodynamics. Okay, so time is over. So let's stop here. So we'll continue this in next lecture. So bye student, have a